Hi there and welcome back, fellow adventurer, to this run of Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire, on Path of the Damned. We are exploring Neketaka at the moment, trying to get all the strange persons and maybe quests that we could get there. Before we go to doing things, we want to get an overview. And visiting the Spire of the Soul Seers is just one part of this. There's a lot of animancers here. The ledger contains a meticulously logged list of names, dates, and measurements. They're talking about some experience. And what's in here? Animancer's head. Oh my god. That have a... Wow, that's a mask. Hats come in... Yeah, so that's a generic text. Animancy in the modern age. Is there something about... what? What is that? That's a diary. Look at that. It begins all kinds of mixed, but then it goes to a journal. It is done, and the gods forgive us for our arrogance. I'm not sure what I was expecting, certainly not that, but what did any of us expect? Still, behind the revulsion, there's a sense of pride, something I can't deny. All the research, the studying, everything we worked for, we thought we'd change the world. How it has changed. All was in place, that twisted form lying on the table next to its new vessel. The equipment had been prepared, the tinctures and potions are carefully crafted, every detail painstakingly organized to ensure success. We most assuredly succeeded. The procedure went exactly as it should. The soul, extracted from the old body, held, bound in place to prevent it from moving on. Then the next step, transfer to the fresh vessel. It was beautiful and terrifying. I listened as they spoke the words of binding. I watched the soul move. Not the soul itself, of course, but the vapor we used to detect it. As it lowered into the vessel, a gentle luminescence covered the body, and then... nothing. Silence, darkness. I held my breath, afraid that even the slightest disturbance would destroy all of our hard work. Then motion, then dear gods, then blood. How did I survive? I did not know. The vessel rose from the slab, and the room breathed. Every person crowded around the tables exhaled. Some cheered. We had made life from death. We had become eternal. But the body had closed its eyes and tilted its head, looking for all purposes to be listening for something, or to it. And its eyes popped open, and it moved. Its lips peeled back from its teeth in a horrible expression of fury. It fell on the nearest man, tearing his throat, knocking him to the ground. The room erupted into screams, shouts, and the flurry of bodies running, pushing, doing everything in their power to get away from the creature sitting on their colleague. But right before that happened, in the split second before the chaos, when there was nothing in the air but a stunned, terrified silence, I heard it, sitting there on his chest, face at his neck, and it was feasting. Ah... You're doing good things here, probably, yes. Well, thick treatises on a variety of animancy-related topics clutter the disc, in a try to dissolve that remembering. And look at that. There is the sacred stair. It goes out, and there it goes out to the sacred stair as well. Is that... I mean, that's the way we came in. Is that the way... There's some potions we can take. We take everything. I want to know where we get from here. We'll probably go back, but this is about exploration. We're on a campaign to explore Neketaka at the moment. And look at that. It's a different area. Have we been to the Temple of Barath? I don't know. I think we've come in here. Or here. Well, I don't know. We'll visit that again. But now, back to the Spire of the Soul Seers. There's the top level. We still have to visit. Rooftop. There's always the most interesting people on the rooftop, right? As long as they don't fall down from it. Wow, that's the Spire. Look at that. That's an Adra pillar. That's knowing what we know about Adra. That's a little bit unsettling. And there's that machine. Let's have a look. The hum of the machine dips into a lower tone when someone stands within arm's reach. Do we come here more often every day with you? What conversations? What? There's something in this chest. And no one is looking. What's this here? A note is scrawled into the margin between diagrams. Increased current, lightning. She's experimenting with it, I guess. There's something else here. Mataru, clothing, living steel, and reti root. We take everything. Who knows what we might need. So who is this? A steady white-haired elf frowns down at a table covered in coiled copper wires and glimmering shards of Adra. Her gloved hands smooth her well-tailored Valian coat as she mumbles under her breath, apparently absorbed in her work. The Animancer doesn't acknowledge your presence. Excuse me. The woman spins on you, blinking rapidly behind a pair of brass-rimmed spectacles. Her bright carmine eyes and paper-white skin mark her as one of the glam fellow.
Hello. My apologies. I didn't see you there.
Her Adiran bears a clear, crisp, but difficult-to-place accent. The pale elf examines you warily, unease clear in the set of her shoulders. Well, we want to talk with her, so are you all right?
I am fine. Is there some reason I shouldn't be?
Oh, God. One of her pale eyebrows arches. She tucks at her gloves and looks away from you. Calm settles about her like a burial shroud. So that's definitely... She tries to cover her unsettledness.
Which is not to say I do not appreciate your concern. I do.
She settles her spectacles on her nose. As she does so, you notice her hands shaking.
I, like the other scholars here, am engaged in the study of the soul sciences. Was there something you needed, or may I return to my studies?
Her thin lips settle into a crooked smile. As she speaks, a drop of blood rolls out of the elf's nose and drips onto her lips. She pulls a handkerchief from her coat pocket and wipes away the blood without a word. Actually, yeah, you're bleeding.
Indeed. I apologize if you find the sight of blood unsettling. Though, from your appearance, I would expect you to be well acquainted with it.
Yeah, but you seem to be sick.
In any case, why are you here?
Oh, I don't know what you are, but I know you're dangerous. What attack? No. How did you come to be in
It
Nikataka?
is a mundane story. I sought out the ship with the longest oversea route departing from the Republics and booked the passage.
Though her words are flat and her voice effectless, Edwin is not calm. She shifts her weight from foot to foot and looks anywhere but at your face. She has the restless, nervous air of a horse about to bolt. So she wants to... She has fear from something.
I had intended to perform a handful of experiments regarding the nature of souls that could only be done safely at sea.
What kind of experiments,
The
then?
sensitive kind.
She brushes your question aside with a wave of her hand.
My experiments were successful, and the ship eventually reached its destination. The rest is inconsequential.
She brushes your question aside with a wave of her hand. Again. What do you study?
Many things.
Oh my god.
An unusual variety of Adra. It seems to exist only here, among the isles and waters of the Deadfire.
She lifts a small vial of shimmering bluish Adra, peering into it with her carmine eyes.
There's a strange, almost melancholy beauty to the substance. I believe there is more to it than others know.
We will not stop here. Your accent isn't Valian. Why are you dressed like
Just a
one?
bit of culture I've picked up along the way.
Oh my god. Something to hide, right? Her clothing is spotless and well tailored in the old Valian style, replete with lace, silk, velvet, and
I
brocade.
admire their tailoring tradition immensely. It's much grander than clothing one finds in the white that wends.
That's where she comes from as a pale elf. As she straightens the cuff of her jerkin, a small look of satisfaction flits across her face. Yeah, it's marvelous. Who your tailor? She puts her hands on her hips and straightens her back. Oh, okay. Ah, yeah, time for compliments. You're an animancer and a seamstress.
Curious mind is an agile mind. Besides, the two practices are more alike than one might think.
Found that hard to believe.
Both deal in the details in the warp and the weft. A delicate hand is required if one is to bend either to one's will.
Stop dancing around my questions, please. Tell me what's going on.
If you insist.
She takes a step back at your sudden request and clears her throat.
With the aid of a device of copper and Adra, I have uncoupled my soul from my body, freeing myself of Bareth's wheel. I belong only to myself now.
Pride girds her voice. So as we are not really respecting the gods, we would, say this is a cool thing you did. I commend your dedication to your craft.
You do?
She shakes her head, brows drawn.
Perhaps you would be amenable to me traveling with you on something of a permanent basis?
She cringes. Why do you want to travel with me?
I have a vested interest in luminous Adra, but acquiring it here can be expensive. You have a ship of your own and are clearly well traveled. I suspect I would encounter more luminous Adra with you than I would on the streets of Nekataka.
Oh my god, a woman very clear about what she wants. Well, welcome aboard.
Truly?
She blinks, her mouth hanging half open.
Thaklat, traveler. I am grateful.
An Orjoma expression of gratitude. She clasps your hand in hers, pumps it quickly, and releases. She's very odd. After a quick pat down of the various pockets sewn into her coat, Edwin nods sharply and rests a hand on the hilt of her rapier. Yeah, we want to recruit her, seemingly, as we want her in the crew, so to say. We'll not play a lot with her. Just for the story quests, probably.
I have all that I need. You may depart at your leisure.
Her lips curl into a coy little smile, and she says no more. A mind stalker, so that's how she was originally thought. Let's do that. Yeah, we want to go with our own crew, but all that we can recruit, we will recruit. So we can experience their backstory. We see this as helping them. And as we have the good level system here to level them up, that's absolutely no problem. Now, who is that? And why are we paused? From her unkempt hair to her agitated pacing, Flawn Elette gives off an air of restrained chaos. She waves you over with a few quick motions. Why do we know her name?
You're early. I'm sorry,
Yes, we have talked to her.
You can have a seat over there.
Well, we
If you
haven't.
don't mind heights or birch.
She narrows her eyes at you.
You aren't one of our patients. Ah, Madiko, you that watcher. Sintere, I'm sorry. It's been a busy time here. You don't mind if I talk and work, do you? What can I do for you?
She turns away to scroll a quick note. So you work here, obviously?
Not the coziest space for it, is it? but the open air, the lightning specifically, is a boon. Lets our mages have a rest now and then. Good test of the equipment too. We're working on making it less delicate. Our junior researchers are still a little soft.
So, what do you do here? A little bit unsure about some animancy experiments.
Glad you asked, amico. Very glad. We're very excited about the work here, and we are always looking for volunteers. We've catalogued a number of interesting properties unique to luminous Adra, but there are some very specific qualities we are investigating. Qualities that a Watcher happens to be uniquely suited to exploring. You're just what we're missing.
Well, I'll be happy to help however I can.
What a relief. You won't regret this.
Better us than someone else.
And we'll get to the test itself. Luminous Adra has special effects upon Kith. Even to the humblest, it offers some small improvements. Rejuvenation, vitality, the kind of thing you sell to people back home, ne? But what about those who have already harnessed their own essence? Consider the talented Cutburst, for instance, who can cross a room by slipping briefly into another place. The world between. Luminous Adra holds enormous quantities of essence, the kind of energy we can't replicate or restore. And these formations have a kind of connection to each other across the in-between.
Oh, interesting. Is that like...
I believe we can harness this connection and your natural abilities to transport a person across great distances in a moment.
I mean, if you hear that, that sounds a little bit like Heisenberg and also string theory a bit and quantum entanglement. I like this. Now it seems like we know because why? Because of our intellect. The theory is sound. I've used the Adra to track someone before. When you say, but first we want to know. When you say you've been researching the effects on Kith.
Volunteers, well-paid volunteers.
Flawn smirks. So you could travel across the city?
The very least of it, amico. We've only managed short jumps thus far. I'm hoping that your own gifts will make the difference. We've collected a number of illuminating readings, and our machines are ready to harness the Adra's essence. But for the moment, we are effectively blind when it comes to targeting the next pillar. Now, if someone were capable of sensing that essence in the in-between, even of manipulating it, someone like a Watcher, for instance.
So what would I have to do?
Well, this is a little like describing a muscle I don't have.
Let thinks for a moment, snapping her fingers as she paces a half step back and forth.
The idea is for you to focus on the next connection point. The machine will use that new link between the Adra veins to create a tether, as well as provide the energy for you to jump effectively. What's really exciting is, so long as you are holding that connection open, your companions can jump alongside you.
Fast travel.
The next pill is due east of here, in the middle of a farm. It's not as tall as this one, but you shouldn't have any trouble finding it. Oh, and don't worry, we paid the farmers.
What if something goes
Where
wrong?
was that fellow that jumped a little too far over the edge?
Stop scaring our assistant.
Well, I have to take care of something first. We'll do that only later, I think. Now, this is roleplay, but we have to consider that we are on Path of the Damned, on the maximum difficulty level, and I think there are easier tasks we should do first. I have to take care of something first.
Get everything ready for you.
So, very interesting in here. Definitely remember that. Also the Pillar of Adra, wow. Thank you for watching and happy gaming to you. Next time we'll explore here a little bit more. Well, I think we've finished with the Spire of the Souls, but we'll go down again and look at at the Sacred Stair. A little bit deeper. There's also the Brass Citadel still to look at, and then we'll try to solve the quests that are entangled with each other, I believe. Have a great time until next time in Neketaka, and happy gaming to you.